Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited about the work that we're going to do today, the topic that we're going to focus on, and the end result of that when we are all done with this class/activation that I want to do with you. So today we are going to talk about the law of detachment. And the law of detachment has a great deal to do with us wanting to manifest the type of life that we want, that we desire, or that we really feel that we need. And it may sound a bit of counterintuitive that we're starting off with the law of detachment, but it is that law that we need to work with or learn how to use in order for us to then step into the law of attraction, which is really bringing to us those frequencies. I say bringing to us, but matching those frequencies that are ours and then pulling that to us. So I have a lot of clients that oftentimes that tell me like, I'm really trying to manifest this thing for my life and I'm putting out the positive vibes, but nothing is coming back. And oftentimes when I hear that, what I really am hearing is I'm putting it out there, I manifested it, but I'm holding on to something that's not allowing for that now the law of attraction to step in and come to me. And usually that means that we're not following the universal laws of the law of detachment. And we have to, believe it or not, we have to detach in order to attract. And, a lot of people usually say, hey, you know what, once you think of it and you imagine it and you put it all together, you just have to let go. And I know that is oftentimes easier said than done, but there is a lot of truth to that. We do have to let it go. We can't keep clinging onto it because maybe what it is that we're clinging onto is not the right frequency. So let me explain that a little bit further. So when we are wanting to manifest, a lot of times what we do using the logical side of our brain is we are deciding the who, what, when, where, how, why of everything. And I'm not saying that that is wrong. It's perfectly okay to do that, to allow our minds to create that, because we need that as human beings. We need to have all of those pieces put together. Why? Because we do have that left side of our brain that is very logical, that is very analytical, and we need that to put pieces together because that's how we make sense of the world that we live in. And we're always using that part of our brain to make sense of the physical world. And we have to have that because in order to manifest what we want, we have to bring it into the physical. But what I'm going to tell you is creating the who, what, when, where, and how is exactly what you need to let go in order for the universe to bring in that manifestation. And how the universe does that is it really doesn't care about the who, again, the who, what, when, where, or how. What it cares about is the frequencies that we have embodied that match what it is that we're asking for. And usually what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to bring in the high vibration of those frequencies, the really good feels of those frequencies, because that's the message that we want to put out to the universe, right? We want to put out those high vibration messages to the universe so that when the universe delivers, it's delivering what is for our highest and best good. So we've got to create those frequencies first. And we do that with the who, what, when, where, how, and why. But then after that, we've got to let it go because it's not our job to cling onto all of those things, because what we're doing is we're now putting an expectation on what it is that we're wanting when the universe really wants to bring us what is for our best, what is for our highest and best good. And a lot of times when we learn how to use the law of detachment and we can let that go, the universe is going to bring us something better than what we could have ever created or put together. And I don't know about you, but I want what the universe is going to bring me rather than what my logical mind was trying to piece together for me. So it may sound a little bit complicated. It is not. Once we start getting into that activation, you'll see how easy it is. And I really want to give that to you so that anytime that you're wondering, what career is it that I should be going into? Is this job right? Is this partner the right partner for me? Or for me right now is about buying a house. So I want to show you how to be able to use this. I want to give you this very creative tool, and then I want you to just go and have fun with it. Because really, that's about what manifesting is all about, is having fun, creating, and then letting it just come. So other parts, the other thing that's really important, I talked a bit about our conscious mind. We do need to get into that left side of our brain, that logical part, that conscious part of us, to help us in creation. But we also need to learn how to balance that between that and our subconscious. Other people call it their higher self, their super conscious, but that's really what we're wanting to tap into as we're putting the timeline of our manifestation together. Because again, we're going to detach from that analytical side and we're going to let that go. But what we need to keep in our system, into our body, to embody in all of our cells and our entire being, is the frequencies that we need to pull from it. And that will come from our subconscious, higher self, superconscious, and intuitive side. And that's really what works with the universe. Our right side, that fun side, that creative side, that playful side, is really the type of frequencies that the universe understands the best. So we're going to use both, but then I'm also going to show you how to let go of that left side of your brain to let you be able to now attract what it is that you're wanting. All right, I know that's a lot. It's probably a little bit hard to understand. If you're like me, I like to hear it and then I like to do it so that I can experience it. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're really going to experience what it feels like to create that timeline, detach from what it is that we don't need, and then bring into us those beautiful, amazing, high vibration frequencies that then we are literally projecting out into the universe, and the universe is going to catch them and say, oh, this is great. Let me start creating and let me start bringing it to you. All right. So before we get started, here's what I want you to do is I want you to think of something, because if you're anything like me, I'm like, I want to manifest this and I want to manifest that. I want this and that, right? But I want you to think of something right now in your life that you're just really, really wanting to create and to bring to you, that you're really wanting to manifest. And I want you to start just sitting there, just focus a little bit on your breathing. And I really want you to just start thinking about that right now, that thing that you're desiring the most. I want you to just kind of start bringing that into your awareness. And as you're doing that, I also want you to just be in a very comfortable position, in an area where you feel, again, a comfortable, quiet space. Maybe have your feet on the floor. Maybe you've got your sit bones on the floor. Maybe you're laying on the floor. It doesn't matter, but I do want some sort of piece of your body touching the floor so that we can ground. Grounding is going to be very important. It is very important in manifesting, because remember, what we're manifesting out there in the universe, we want to bring into the physical. So in order to do that, we have to be very grounded, and we've got to use the frequencies of Mother Earth. We've got to let her know, like, this is what I want for my life. Please help bringing these frequencies in so she can help create that into the physical for you. All right. So now what I want everyone to do is we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope you're nice and comfortable. I hope you're super excited about what it is you're going to manifest today. And let's go ahead and just start. I just want you to start by closing your eyes. keeping whatever body part that you have on the floor nice and planted. And what I'm going to have you do is, I'm not going to have you do anything crazy just yet. I just want you to start focusing on your breathing, just how it is in its beautiful natural state, feeling the flow of the air as it enters into your body, nice, cool. I want you to really feel how it goes in through your nose, down your throat, all the way into your lungs. Really just paying attention to that. And then notice how it is when you breathe out. I want you to notice the feeling as it goes from your lungs, up your throat, out through your nose or your mouth, however you're exhaling. I want you to feel the warmth of it, because once it comes into the body, the temperature of the body then warms it up, and how it exits through your nose. And then I want you to notice that just when we bring our breath into our awareness, when we focus on our breathing, it naturally begins to slow down. It begins to slow down the nervous system. And when we slow down the nervous system, we begin to create space and expansion for us to begin to work. And as you're focusing on that, what I want you now to do is I want you to allow your mind to focus on how your heart is beating. Notice how it slowed down. I want you to hear the beats. I want you to feel the beats of your heart. And again, when we bring together the natural rhythm of the breathing, then it harmonizes with the natural rhythm of the heart. Again, we begin to create space within our nervous system so that we can work. And feel how good it feels, all that calming energy. I can feel everybody that is on this call today, their bodies are just calming down, relaxing. And that is part of the state that we want, so that we can create in that subconscious part of our mind. All right. So now what I want you to do is I want you to start taking a deep breath in, pulling that air all the way down to the base of your belly, holding at the bottom for 1, 2, 3, and then in an even, steady flow, just allow it to just go ahead and come up and exhale, exhaling all of that out of your body. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that again. A deep breath in, pulling it down even deeper, holding at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and then a nice, slow, steady exhale. And then again, deep breath in, going even deeper, deeper, deeper down. And now releasing, nice, even, steady, long, slow. Beautiful. And now just go ahead and allow your breathing to just go back to its natural state. And we should have been able to just slow it down even more so than what it was originally. And again, the heart rate will slow down with it, creating a sense of expansion and space for us to work. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to focus your energy to your heart space. And I want you to see, sense, and feel this beautiful ball of energy. And this beautiful ball of energy is your own energy as you create it, as it grows in your heart space. And on the next deep breath in, pulling it in, and then as you exhale, I want you to push that beautiful ball of energy, whatever color it is, it doesn't matter. That color is unique to you and your soul and light code. And I want you on the exhale to push that ball of energy all the way down your body, feeling it push all the way down your legs as you exhale to the bottom of your feet. And then I want you to see, sense, and feel as if you've got doors on the bottom of your feet. And I want you to allow those doors to open up. And on the next deep breath in and then out, I want you to push that energy out through the bottom of your feet, seeing, sensing, feeling as if it's these beautiful cords of light, whatever light was created in your heart center, going down, 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 all the way down to the center of Mother Earth. And as we do that, we're going to ask Mother Earth to bring her energy up and to connect with you. And I want you to feel her magnetism. And we're going to use this magnetism to pull in those frequencies that we're going to be creating and embodying, so that then we are putting out to the universe that magnetism for us to attract those frequencies that match what it is that we're wanting. So feel her magnetism, feel, sense it. You may hear it, it may buzz a little bit, but I just want you to feel it, sense it, whatever works for you. I just want you to trust it. All right. So now we're going to do a little bit of the opposite. When we exhaled is when we push the energy down. This time when we inhale, I want you to bring that energy up. So now this time I want you to take a deep breath in, and as you take a deep breath in, we're going to bring your energy, we're going to bring that magnetism from Mother Earth all the way up. I want on the first breath in to pull it all the way up, 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 up into your heart space. And then on the next deep breath in and out. So on the in breath, I want you to pull it all the way up, 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 up to your crown. And as you pull it up to your crown, feel that energy. We just brought all of Mother Earth's energy into your body. Feel how incredible it is. I can feel some of you are tingling inside. I can see it. I want you to feel it, and I want you to embody that magnetism that we just pulled in from Mother Earth. Feel how good it feels. Feel her love and support of bringing that into your body. All right, so next, what I want you to do on the next breath in is, as you bring that in, that energy in from Mother Earth, I want you to feel it, sense it, believe it, trust it, that you're bringing it up in and out of your crown, moving up through the sky into the atmosphere, going past the clouds, all the way up into Source. And we're going to connect with Source because Source also has that magnetism to it. And that magnetism that we'll pull in is going to be nice and clean. It's going to be unprogrammed, untapped, unconditional. And that's also what we want to bring into our body. As we bring in those high vibrational frequencies, we want it to have no judgment, no expectations, no conditions, no programming on it. Because that means that frequency is in its purest form. And that is the language of the universe. And that's what we want to bring in. So while you're up there with Source, I want you to feel it. I want you to allow its energy to be wrapped around your body. I want you to feel it moving through you and out of you, around you. Woo, I can feel my head tingling, and Source is so ready to play with us and collaborate with us as we begin to create the timelines for that manifestation for whatever it is that you're desiring. Okay, so now we're gonna do the opposite again. I want you to take a deep breath in, and on the out breath, I want you to pull Source's energy all the way down, 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 down to your root chakra. Pulling that energy in, mixing with your energy, Mother Earth's energy, and now we've got Source's energy inside your body. And I want you to feel its powerful, powerful energy. I want you to feel the powerful energy of creation, because that's what Source is, right? Source is creation. And I want you to bring that in, and I want you to really bring those frequencies in and just embody that in your body and feel how good it is. And as we bring Mother Earth and Source together, it creates more expansion. All right, so now we have this incredible energy. Let's really expand out so we can really start creating what it is that we're wanting. So a deep breath in, and on the out breath, I want you to push that energy that's in your body all the way out, out, out to your energy field. Another deep breath in and out, and we're going to push that energy all the way out into the room that you're in, filling the room, expanding, expanding, expanding. You're going to start to feel lighter. You may start to feel a little bit happier, because that's what happens when we expand. We start stepping into that joy and excitement. And then I want another deep breath in and out. And I want you to expand that energy in and out, filling up that entire building that you're in. Ooh, you guys are doing so good. I can feel your expansion. Ooh, and I can feel your excitement about us creating today. All right, and then another deep breath in and out. And I want you to expand this out into the neighborhood that you're in. And then another deep breath in and out, expanding out, out, out. And I want you to expand it all the way out into the state that you're in. And then I want you to expand it again, deep breath in and out, expanding out into the country that you live in. And then now we're going to do a really big expansion. So I want a really deep breath in, as much air as you can bring in. And then on the out breath, I want you to expand your energy as far out as you can expand it. And I want you with intent, really with intent, to say, I'm going to expand this out as far as I need to, so that we can start tapping into that timeline that is for your highest and best good with what you want to manifest. And as you do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to help expand you guys out just a little bit more. I want to make this container that we're creating of expansion just a little bit bigger, so we have a little bit more room to work with. And now what I want you to do is, as you're expanded out, oh, all of you guys feel so good. You're nice and flowy. That's what we're wanting. I want you to just start thinking about what it is that you're wanting to desire. So if you're ready to be in a relationship, I want you to start thinking about, what would that partner embody? Not necessarily what the partner would look like, but what are all the characteristics and frequencies that you want that partner to embody that would be for your highest and best good? If it's a new career or a job, I want you to imagine and start bringing in all those start thinking about all those frequencies that that job would entail or would embody. So maybe it's financial abundance, maybe it's financial freedom in itself, maybe it's helping you get to that goal of wanting to buy a new house, a new car. Whatever those frequencies are, I just want you to start thinking about them and just allow that to just come into your awareness. And then as you do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the chakras that are in my palm, the energy center, and I'm going to start activating mine, which in turn, I'm going to use the intent to activate yours. And the reason that I'm doing this is because, believe it or not, we have very powerful energy centers in our hands. And these powerful energy centers can help us move, manipulate, transform, and bring into us the type of frequencies that we're wanting. That's why, people, when you meet someone and you shake their hands and all of a sudden you just kind of get this weird feeling about them. What's happening is when you shake hands with somebody, they're so powerful that we're doing an energy exchange. So you're sharing a bit of your energy, they're sharing a bit of your energy. Their energy with you. And when you feel their energy, your intuition does kick in. It's like our hands are like it's almost like a communication piece is what our hands are. And our body starts to react to their energy. So if they have really good energy, you shake someone's hand and you're like, oh, that person feels so good, I think I'm going to like them. Or you shake somebody's hand and maybe their energy is not so good and it doesn't really vibe with you. But it's incredible what you can get just by touching somebody else's energy centers, by touching other objects. When you hold on to something, you can kind of feel the energy of it. So our hands, very powerful energy centers. All right. So you guys go ahead, keep imagining what it is that you're wanting to desire. I want you to get excited about it. I want you to get jazzed up about it. And I'm just going to keep energizing your hands, bringing them to, I'm going to say bringing them to life. They're already to life, but you know what I mean. Because we're going to be using our hands to really pull those frequencies into our body. Woo, all right. Yeah, this is so good. Oh, I can feel the excitement you guys have. In fact, I can already hear somebody's ego saying, let's get started already. So, all right, I'm going to honor that person's ego. We're going to get started. Okay. So now what I want you to do is I want you to not bring in that expansion, but I just want you to bring your awareness right to your heart center. And in your heart center, what we're going to do is I want you to see, sense, and feel a door that's appearing. And I want you to know that your door will not be the same as my door or anybody else that's on this call, because this is created just for you. And this door, behind this door is every timeline, infinite amount of timelines and possibilities that we're going to tap into today. But we're going to tap into a specific timeline, one of the timeline that is for your highest and best good. And we're going to pull that one forward because we're going to see what it is that is meant for us in this manifestation. So I want everyone to remember that if you cannot see it, it is not, I hate to say this, but it is not meant for you. Anything that is meant for us and that is on our frequency, we will be able to see it, sense it, feel it, and create it. And so, for example, I'm going to use this. So I hope that there's nobody who sells cars here that takes offense on it. But I can never see, sense, or feel myself being a car salesman. Why? Because that is not written into my story. That is not a frequency that I resonate with. And so I would not be able to do that. Do I know, can I see, sense, and feel what a car salesman looks like? Absolutely, because I've experienced it. But I would not be able to embody the highest frequencies possible for me if I one day said, oh, I think I'm going to be a car salesman, and then I tried to create it. I would have a lot of difficulty in that. So if you cannot see it, sense it, feel it, or even imagine it, it is not something that is for you. But that does not mean that there isn't something that is close to those frequencies that it has that cannot be yours. So maybe I couldn't be a car salesman, but I can tell you, I'm a really good, I did advertising a long time ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty good at it. So I was really good at selling to people the idea of what their goals and their dreams are. because I wasn't just selling advertising. What I was is I was putting into fruition people's goals and dreams. So that was really the frequency. And a lot of times people have goals and dreams about buying a car, but those were the frequencies that I embodied, helping people's goals and dreams come to life. All right, so now we're going to keep going. So I want you to see, sense, and feel that door that is right there in the center of your chest. And what we're going to do is I want you to keep your focus right there on that door. And as you keep your focus on that door, we're also going to call forward our soul. So I want you to see, sense, and feel and call forward your soul right now. See, sense, and feel it appearing to you, however it appears, no judgment, just allow it to be, because that's exactly what it's needing to be for you right here, right now. And I want you to trust in that. Whew. My soul always gets excited when I do this. It is very awesome. So it steps up right away. And if you can't see, sense, or feel it, that's okay. I just want you to trust that it is there and that it is ready to help you manifest. All right, so now what we're going to do is you and your soul, you're going to focus on that door, focusing on that door, keeping that door in your awareness. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to count from 3 back to 0. And when I get to 0, what I want you to do is I want you to see, sense, and feel yourself opening that door and stepping on to your timeline. Your timeline that is for you, for nobody else. It is your own unique timeline for this manifestation. So 3, we're calling out, we are making out that call and that intent to then bring forward the highest timeline for your desire, for your manifestation. 2, that timeline is getting closer. As we put out our intent, our intent is attracting it, it is pulling forward. 2, we know, 1, we now know that that timeline is right behind that door, and whatever that timeline is, it's going to help show us what it is that we're going to manifest. And it is going to show us the who, what, when, where, and how, and why. And that's okay, because we're going to use that logical side of our mind to create that beautiful timeline. And then we're going to detach from it. So 0, that timeline is there. You're opening the door. You're stepping onto that timeline, you and your soul. And I just want you to give you a moment. I want you to see what you see. I want you to feel what you feel, hear what you hear. And I want you to bring that into you. So right now, let's just focus on seeing. I just want you to really allow yourself to see whatever it is that you're seeing. So if it's a partner, maybe what you're seeing is the possible place of where you might meet that partner. Maybe it's at the workplace. Maybe it's at the mall, the grocery store. I want you to trust whatever comes in. And I want you to bring in as much detail as you can. Bringing in the detail, the colors. I want you to see the detail and maybe the walls, the pictures on the walls, the people's faces. What are they wearing? What is the color that stands out the most to you? I want you to see it in as much detail. See it, see it, see it. Maybe you're standing on a stage, I don't know. You're standing on a stage in front of everybody and you're going to get ready to present this really creative idea that you put together that will help people. Maybe you're seeing yourself in this really beautiful office of this new job that you're wanting. For me, I'm seeing myself in my future home. And I can see all the details, the colors of the walls. I can see, sense, and feel how it feels inside. Beautiful. All right. So next, what I want you to do is I want you to hear whatever it is that you're hearing. Are you hearing conversations about work? Are you hearing just random conversations? Are you hearing the voice of that partner that you're very drawn to? And I just want you to hear what you hear and allow that to come into your body with as much detail and clarity as possible. Bringing it in, bringing it in. So now I want you to see it. I want you to hear it. I just want to give you a moment to bring that in. Then I'm going to help bring in more of those frequencies for you, bringing them into your body, bringing it into your seeing. And if you need more details of what you're seeing and hearing, I want you to connect with your soul, and I want you to ask your soul to bring it closer to you, to bring it more into focus for you, because your soul will do that, because it's your soul that is showing you this timeline of what it is that you can have. Bring it in, bring it in. Beautiful. All right. Take a deep breath in and out for me. Bringing in those details as you breathe it in into your body. And then next, what I want you to do is I want you to just take a moment and I want you to feel what it is that you feel in this scene, in this experience that you're having. Is it joy? Is it excitement? Is it contentment? Is it the feeling of confidence? I want you to really feel that. Bring that frequency in, because when we bring that frequency in, this is what we're going to keep, because that's what we're going to send out to the universe to attract what it is that we're wanting. So bring that frequency in of whatever you're feeling. It may be one thing, it may be a variety of things, and that's okay. And I want you to bring that frequency in from head to toe, head to toe. I want you to bring that frequency in, filling up every cell in your body. So every cell in your body feels that incredible frequency. Right now, I'll tell you the frequency that I'm bringing in is honestly, is the frequency of home, that comfort, that safety. Ooh, feels so good to me. I'm hoping this is feeling really good to you. I'm also bringing in that frequency of excitement of what it feels like when you get a new home. And I want you to bring it in. And if you open your eyes really quick, you'll see my hands. I'm actually bringing that frequency in using the power centers in my palm. So I'm reaching out and pulling that frequency really into my body, bringing that frequency into my body. And if you notice, I'm bringing it in from head to toe, pulling it in, and I want you to do that. Bring that frequency into your body. Feel it. And when you feel it, you become it. So I'm becoming that feeling of comfort and excitement, safety. I'm feeling it. I'm bringing it into my body. And I want you to bring it in. And what I want you to do is I want you to bring it into your body. And if it's at 70% of your body, I just want you to check in with your subconscious. How much of this frequency do I have in my body? And whatever number comes up, I want you to trust it. No judgment, no edits. Ooh, so right now I can feel this frequency at about 80%. And 80% is really good. If you want to keep moving forward, you can. For me, I think I'm just going to bring in a little bit more. I want to bring in 90% of that frequency. Maybe you want to bring in 100%. We can do that. I just heard somebody say, why would I do 80 when I can do 100? So if that's what you can do, I want you to bring it into you. Bring in 100%. So that your entire being is glowing with that frequency. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep moving you along. It doesn't mean that that energy that you're bringing in is going to stop at that number, because we just set that intent that we're going to bring it in 100%. So now what I want you to do is I want you to ask your soul, what is the next experience or scene on this timeline that you need to know that is for your highest and best good? And again, we're going to do the same thing. So the reason that we do the same steps is so that it makes it easy for us to create. So I want you to see what you see. I want you to hear what you hear. And then we're going to feel what we feel, because that feeling is how we bring in those frequencies. So whatever that next scene is for you, I want you to see it in as much detail. And it's interesting because my scene, it may appear to be going backwards. I don't believe so. I think that maybe I found my beautiful house. But my next scene is now what I'm doing is I'm signing the papers to it. signing the papers to my new house. And so maybe if what you're wanting is that partner, and maybe you're in the grocery store, maybe the next scene is that you encounter that partner. And I want you to look at that scene. I want you to see what you see. I want you to see the people. What are they wearing? What colors do you see? I want you to bring it all in as much detail as you can. Lots and lots of detail. Because the more that we allow our subconscious to allow it to show us those details, the deeper and deeper we go into that side of our intuitive, creative brain. Bringing it in. And I can see even the details of the table, the grains of the wood table that I'm signing these papers on. And I can see that the wood has some darker spots, some lighter spots. There's even some cracks in it because they've had this table for a long time. I can even see the detail of my pen. It's a big pen. But I'm signing. And I'm signing in black ink. But I want you to see it in that much detail. And then next, what I want you to do is I want you to hear what it is that you hear. So if you have encountered your partner, I want you to hear the conversation that you're hearing with him or her. If it's with a new job, I want you to hear maybe what the next scene was that you're in the boardroom and you're helping make these really incredible decisions. And I want you to hear their responses. They're hearing their support, hearing their excitement because somebody is bringing something new and creative to the table. Or if you're that person that is standing on the stage, ooh, maybe you're almost like giving a TED talk is what it feels like. I want you to then feel what it, or hear what you hear. Maybe people are clapping and that's what you're hearing is clapping. Maybe people are cheering because what you said was so profound for them. But I want you to hear it. Bring that in. And I just want you to sit with what you're seeing and hearing right now. And I want you to embrace it and enjoy it. Because again, you would not be able to see it, hear it, or feel it if it was not meant for you in some way. I'm going to bring those frequencies of seeing and hearing in a little bit more for you, bringing it into you. Beautiful. All right, so now what I want you to do is I just want you to take a nice deep breath in and out, creating more space, and we're going to create more space so that now what I want you to do is I want you to feel what you're feeling in that moment. What is it that you're feeling? Maybe the person that's on the stage giving what appears to be a TED talk, maybe you're feeling that excitement. Ooh, I just felt exhilaration. Exhilaration because the crowd is pumped up about what it is that you're sharing. Ooh, that's a beautiful feeling. And the person who wants that new job, you're feeling appreciated. Oh, I love it. I can feel it. I can feel it so much. Woo, and I just want you to bring it in. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use those power centers that are in our palm, and I want you to bring it in into your body, bringing it in from head to toe. And for me, there's that little bit of nervousness, but it's that nervousness of excitement that by the time I reach that last piece of paper that I have to sign my name on, it means that that house is mine. Oh, and I do have a sense of pride in a good way that I did this. Ooh, all right, just keep bringing it in. And again, I want you to gauge and I want you to ask your subconscious. We're going to ask the subconscious, what percentage of these good feels has filled my body? Ooh, oh, okay. So mine's at about 65%. And you know what I want to do? I'm going to spin my hands a little bit faster because I want to bring more of that energy in. Bringing it in, bringing it in, bringing it in. Woo, okay, there we go. Woo, and I'm bringing my number up. Woo, there we go. So again, once you get to 70 or 80%, you can keep moving on. Don't worry that person who wants 100%, bring in that 100%. It is okay. There is nothing wrong with that. Woo, very good, very good. Oh, so beautiful. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to create one more scene. So basically we have the beginning, the middle, and the end. And know that there is no limit on how many scenes you want to create. If you want to spend 2 hours creating this, it doesn't matter. But just for time's sake today, what we're going to do is we're now going to create the third scene, which could be, I don't really want to call it the end scene, but just the next scene that we want to see. And so what I want you to do is I want you to ask your soul to go ahead and show you what the next experience on this timeline is. Yep, mine is definitely showing me in reverse. So my next scene, if any of you are interested, is me selling my house. So when I sell my house, that means I'm giving my house to somebody who now needs the energy of my, I'm gonna say old but current house. And what I am doing then is I'm also getting the abundance that I need to buy my dream house. So I want you to see that last scene, and I want you, again, we're going to go back to scene, and I want you to see what you see, I want you to hear what you hear, I want you to feel what you feel, but let's focus on that scene part right now. Ooh, and I want you to see it in as much detail, and usually by the time we get to the third scene, that detail is so prominent in your third eye, because as we're getting closer to what it is that we're wanting, ooh, your intuitive sense kicks in very strong. Ooh, I can tell you, I mean, you know, when you buy and sell a house, you don't normally see what your buyer is, who your buyer is, or what your seller is, but I can definitely see my buyer. And if anyone's curious, it's actually a male that I see, but I see him. And I'm also seeing his excitement about wanting my house. Ooh, and now I guess we're gonna switch to hearing, because all of a sudden I started hearing. So if you're done with seeing, I want you to hear what you hear, and I want you to hear it in much detail. And I can hear him planning on how he's going to decorate the house, how he's going to put his furniture in, how different rooms are going to work for him. Ooh, I just felt the excitement of starting a family. Oh my gosh. I feel so good about this buyer. So and I'm like excited for him just as much as I'm excited for me. So I'm going to share that excitement and that energy with him, because you can do that. It's okay. So we're connecting on that level. It's beautiful. All right. So maybe you out there who is looking for that partner, maybe your next scene is that you see yourself dating, or maybe the next scene is that you see marriage. I don't know. Maybe it's marriage and a kid, or kids. I don't know, whatever it is that you're wanting, but that's okay. I want you to see it. I want you to hear it. So maybe if you're at your wedding, I want you to hear the excitement and joy and love of those family members, those people who love you that are there. Maybe you're hearing him say, I do, and you're hearing yourself say, I do. Maybe you're hearing your vows that you wrote. Whatever it is, I just want you to bring that into you. And again, I just want you to see what you see, hear what you hear, bringing that into you. Ooh, this is so much fun. I have so much fun doing this. Oh, yes. All right. Deep breath in and out. Okay. And now we're going to bring in those frequencies. We're going to embody those frequencies from that scene. Bring in those frequencies. So maybe it's the frequency of joy. And I had already mentioned for me that it was excitement. Woo, bring those frequencies into your body from head to toe, in every cell of your body, every fiber of your being, bringing it in, bringing it in. And again, I want you to bring your hands up, pulling that energy into you. I want you to embody this, bringing it into you. And as you're bringing that into you in this scene, I want you to also incorporate it or blend it or just meld it into your body from the other three scenes. So for me, as I'm bringing in this excitement that I'm sharing with the soon-to-be buyer, and then bringing in this excitement, I'm also bringing in almost like that nervous joy from signing the papers, or maybe a relief of, oh my gosh, this is almost done. And then I'm also bringing in that comfort and that safety for my house, and I want to bring it all in. And what I want you to do as you're bringing in these high vibrational frequencies, I want you, and don't edit, don't judge it, I want you to ask your subconscious, what color connects to that? Oh, mine is a red. I love it. Maybe that's why I'm wearing red today, who knows? But mine is this red, this really powerful red. So I'm going to bring that into my body. So now what I want you to do along with those frequencies, I want you to see those frequencies in that color that came up for you. No judgment, no edit. That's the color that you're needing for these frequencies. I want you to see those frequencies in there. When I look at mine, they sparkle. It's really pretty. I want you to see them in there, and then I want you to reach out and bring that color into your body. And as you bring that color into your body, I want you to see, sense, and feel it filling up your entire body. It is filling up every fiber of your being, every cell. It is literally flowing through the veins of your body, this color. And I want you to feel it. I want you to see it. I want you to sense it. And the more color that you bring into your body, that also ripples out to your energy field. I want you to feel it. I want you to bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Beautiful, beautiful. So now what I want you to do is everything that we just created with our conscious mind on this timeline, what I want you to do is I want you to give the intent of, I literally, the way that I do this is I say, I don't even care what I just created. I don't care what the buyer looks like. I don't care that I saw myself signing papers. I don't even care what my dream house looks like, because all of those frequencies that is connected to the who, what, when, where, and how that we created is not important. Because what is important is the frequency of all of that that I just created. Because again, frequency is the language of the universe, not the who, what, when, where, how, and why that we created. Not the expectation that we put on it. It is the frequencies that you are feeling. And I want you to really feel those frequencies. So one of the ways you can do it, you can keep your hands the same way, or you can really reach out there and pull it in. And you can pull it in hard, or you can speed it up. However it is that's more comfortable for you, but I want you to bring that color and bring those frequencies in and really feel the power, that powerful energy that you're bringing into your body. And I'm starting to get really, really kind of hyped up because I can feel everybody. So I can feel all of your energy just being brought into your, it's not only being brought into your internal system, but you're also bringing this into your soul. So if you've got that extra exhilaration or excitement, it's because your soul is feeling it too. And that's really what we want to bring it into. So let's really bring that in. Woo! I can feel all of your excitement. It feels so good. I'm so excited because that's what we're going to manifest. So I want you to remember this. And if you're still bringing it in, that's okay. Go ahead and bring it in. But in manifesting, it is not about how we saw it. It's not about how we heard it. We need that in order to help bring forward those frequencies sometimes. But it's all about the feeling that you have about it. So if you are excited, even if you have that, like I had that nervous joy about having that partner, that is what I want you to hold on to. That is what I want you to continue feeling. We are going to detach from the who, what, when, and where, and how. Okay, so how I want us to do that is I want you to use your hands. And in your hands, you can rub them together. Maybe what you're doing is you're just kind of taking that energy that's in between them. And as you're looking at that energy that's in between them, which is what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to look at that and I'm going to see inside that ball of energy that I'm creating. I'm going to see inside that ball that, the buyer. I'm going to see the signing in the place of where I was signing over the paper. I'm even going to see that dream house that I want all in there. And I'm gonna, inside that ball of energy is gonna be that who, what, when, where, and how. And what I'm going to do is I want you to keep watching it and watching it, and I want you to keep spinning it. And I want you to keep spinning that energy until you see that color of energy that you put into your body. And once that entire ball is that color, so for me is red, once I see, sense, and feel like that entire energy is now turning into that color, because as I'm turning it into that color, I'm detaching from the things that honestly that aren't important, right? Because the universe doesn't speak that language. I want it to speak the frequency. So what I'm doing is I'm really changing those frequencies to all those frequencies that I just embody. And guess what? I'm going to stack it. I'm going to stack everything that was in my body, and that's in this ball of frequency that is now red. I'm going to stack it. So what I'm going to do is once I see it and I'm done spinning it, actually, what I mean by being done spinning it is when we put it into the body, I want you to spin it right into your body, bring it right into your heart. So bring that frequency right into your heart. Ooh, it just made me feel so much more expansive, bringing that into your heart. We're stacking those frequencies, stacking them, stacking them, stacking them. And as we stack them, we are actually putting out that energy. We're projecting out those frequencies to the universe. And we're telling the universe, please bring forward and connect with these frequencies that I'm sending out to you today, because these are the frequencies of what I want to manifest. And I know that when you connect with them and you create with them, that you are going to bring forward my desires, my needs, my wants in the highest and best possible way for me. And it's going to be better than I ever imagined. Just bring that into you, bring that into you, bring that into you. And this is beautiful in this moment because I can feel, I can feel the archangel stepping forward. And I can really feel Archangel Gabrielle, because while we're doing this, we're actually tapping into that beautiful childlike side of imagination. And she's wanting to help bring that into fruition. We've also brought in Archangel Zedekiel, who is then helping us create a new frequency, not a contract, a new frequency, a very bold frequency that's putting out to the universe to bring in that manifestation. We also have Sandalphon, because Sandalphon is part of the earth. Well, he's part of the earth frequency is what I should say. So we definitely need that. We've got Archangel Metatron that helps us communicate to the universe. And Archangel Haniel is also here because she helps us with our intuitive side, our creative side, that really spiritual side of us. And that's what we were using today, which is that subconscious, that superconscious, that higher self. So know that you are surrounded, you are loved, and you are supported on this manifestation of this timeline. All right, I want you to keep that energy in your heart center. Don't let it go. Keep it in your heart center. Let it keep pumping and flowing through your entire body. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring ourselves back from that timeline. We're going to let that timeline go, because once we kind of let it go of the things that we created on it, all we needed from that timeline was the frequencies. And that's exactly what we pulled in to this present moment, is those frequencies. So that's all that we needed. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that timeline go. So what I want you to do is I want you to see, sense, and feel yourself beginning to step off that timeline. Maybe it's turning around and walking back towards that door. And when I get to 0, you're going to be on the other side of that door with the door shut, you and your soul. So 3, we're turning around, we're walking away. And as we turn around and it's to our back, we are also indicating with our body language that we are detaching from all the things that we do not need on that timeline, the who, what, when, where, and how. We're detaching from all of that. But what we are taking with us is every single beautiful high vibrational frequency from that timeline. 2, you're getting closer to that door. 1, that door is right in your view. And 0, you and your soul are now on the other side of that door, closing that door. And as we close that door, that timeline now will fade away. And again, it doesn't mean that it's gone, because we can always go back and revisit that timeline to see whatever else is on it. But whatever else we create on it, we've got to detach from it, remember, and only bring in those frequencies. All right, so keeping your awareness right there in your heart center, what I want you to do, I want you to really feel that. We're going to ground this down into Mother Earth. And as we ground this down into Mother Earth, this is a very important step, because what we want to do is we're asking for her help to bring it into our physical reality. Okay, because we were out there playing in the quantum field, but we've got to bring in Mother Earth so that we can bring what we grabbed in the quantum field into fruition in our physical world, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take that energy, all that energy that is not only in our heart space, but is within our body, all of those frequencies, deep breath in. And then on the out breath, we're going to push that down into Mother Earth. So really breathe out hard. Letting it go all the way down your body, all the way down. Feel it move from your head all the way down your toes into Mother Earth. And we're going to put that energy into Mother Earth's crystalline matrix. And I want you to see, sense, and feel how that color of her matrix is now changed with the color of those frequencies that you put in there. Beautiful, bright, vibrant. And I want you to see, sense, and feel that vibrancy as you connect in with her matrix. And as you do that, we're going to ask Mother Earth, we're going to say, Mother Earth, these frequencies that I'm putting into your matrix today are the frequencies of what I desire, what I am manifesting. And I know that I need your help to be able to bring that into fruition, to bring that into my physical life. And I want to thank you, and I'm so grateful for your support, your love, your encouragement that you have for me today to help bring this into my physical reality. And anytime, I will come back and I will revisit these frequencies, letting you know that this is my language that I want to send out to the universe, thanking you for helping me put that language out into the universe. And thank you so much for bringing that to me, bringing those frequencies that the universe has to me in a way that I never ever could have imagined, that is better than I could have ever imagined. And I just want you to send your love and gratitude to Mother Earth. And as you send your love and gratitude and those frequencies to Mother Earth, she is radiating them out to the universe. Because as you know, as above, so below. So we've got to work with both. And so she's sending it out to above. And above is going to respond, and it's going to respond to you in the highest and best way possible. And once you feel that connection and that collaboration, what I want you to do is I just want you to then breathe in, pulling in those frequencies from the matrix, pulling that into your body, pulling it all the way up through your energy centers, up and out your head, coming up and out like a fountain and wrapping around your toroidal field. Bringing it up and around with each breath. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Beautiful as we're grounding this in and we're grounding this into our bodies. All right, so now what I want you to do is now I want you to reverse it. So as you breathe in, it's going to go on the outside of your toroidal field, your energy field. It's going to come in through your crown, down all the way through your energy centers, down into Mother Earth, and we're going to reverse that. And we're going to do it with the opposite spin of the toroidal field, because believe it or not, we have one that spins one way and then we have one that spins another way. So we want to make sure that we are getting it all the way through both fields, all around us. And whenever you are ready, I want you, if you need to, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your neck, your shoulders, and open your eyes and come back into the room that you are in. I have to say, beautiful work today, and you guys can use this anytime for anything that you're wanting to manifest. Here are some key things. When you're manifesting something, it has to be something with good intent. And I really want you to think about, what does that mean with good intent? So we can have the intent that we're wanting to help someone, and this is my example that I'm just going to give you, that we're going to help someone, but really the reason that we're helping them is because it benefits us in some way. Is that a positive intent? Well, yeah, there's positivity that I'm helping them, but the intent is really for something for us to benefit from. So when you're doing your manifestation, yes, the intent is, I want that job because it's going to be better for me, right? But I'm going to say that's very good. You should also have that. But also maybe the intent that also needs to be there is that I'm going to put all of those skills and talents into my job because I know that it's going to help the community or help the people that I'm going to be working with or help the people within my job so that we can make this place, a better world to live in. I hope that made sense, but intent is everything. The other thing is that it's definitely okay to go back to that door, back to that timeline, but you've got to let it go, that who, what, when, where, and how, you've got to let it go. When you turn around to walk back through that door, we've got to release that. And the only thing that we want to keep are those high vibrational frequencies. So one of the things that's really hard for people to let go is the expectation of time in which it should happen. So I want you to remember that when we're working with the universe, there is no such thing as time or space. Time is a linear thing that us humans created, and we needed it, but we created it for the physical world. When the universe is creating, it does not create on a timeline. So we have to release those expectations of those time frames that we're wanting it to happen and just let it go. And truthfully, if you can detach from that, believe it or not, it can spin quicker and the universe can then connect to it quicker. So when the frequencies are coming, so we're putting out the frequencies, the universe has another frequencies. When it gets right here, there's this sense of chaos that happens, and that chaos is okay because it's the universe using its energy to align with what it is that we're making. So now we're in alignment, right? So believe it or not, when we detach, it makes it so much easier for the universe to connect to those frequencies that we want out there. When we put expectations on it, it then confuses not only the frequencies that we're putting out, but it also begins to confuse the frequencies of the universe. So what happens when it's in that state of chaos, it takes the universe longer to connect. So you gotta let those expectations go, that who, what, when, where, how, and why, you gotta let it go. All right. So that is all that I have for you today. I am so thankful and so grateful that you guys came to play with me today. I love to play in this part and those timelines and that part of that quantum field because it's so much fun. I mean, let's just face it, it's fun to be creative and imaginative and bringing in those frequencies. Afterwards, you feel so good because you brought in those frequencies. So anytime that you also want to go back to the manifestation, it does not mean that you have to go back to that timeline. All you need to do is just recall and bring in those frequencies again. So if recalling means moving your hand, move your hand. If recalling is just bringing in that color, bring in that color because all those frequencies are now connected to that color. Bring that color into your body. But I just want you to bring it in and embody it. The more that you do that, the closer that manifestation can come to you, because again, you're aligning the frequency with what the universe needs, and we're not creating chaos. We're just putting back out that frequency for the universe to connect with. All right, everyone. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for joining and playing with me today. The next time we then are going to talk about the law of attraction because we have now put those frequencies in our bodies. And now we're going to use the law of attraction to really bring that manifestation to us. All right, everybody, from my heart to yours, so much gratitude, so much love. Love you all. See you again soon. Bye-bye.